Okay, so let's model some problems. So let's look at this first equation. 3x over 4 plus 8 equals 10. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check to see if I need to distribute anything. Okay, any parentheses? Nope, so I'm good there. The next thing, I'm going to check to see if I need to combine like terms. So do I have any x's I need to combine or any coefficients on each side? Nope, okay, so I'm good there. The next, move variables to one side. Okay, so I have x's over here, and I have no x's over there, so I'm good to go. And the next one, I add and subtract by the constant. So my constant is that I want to eliminate is this plus 8. And I know that because the x is on this side. And my goal is to get it by itself, or get the pawn by itself. So plus 8, what do I need to do? I need to subtract 8. And what I do to one side, I do to the other. Okay, so then I bring down this term, 3x over 4. Haven't done anything to it yet. That term has been eliminated. And I have equals to 10 minus 8 is going to be 2. Okay, so my next step I'm going to do is I want to multiply or divide by the coefficient. And I know that because I don't have any more constants on the side of my variable. I just have this 3/4 as my coefficient. So x is being multiplied by 3 and divided by 4. So I'm going to get rid of that divide by 4 first. So in order to get rid of divide by 4, I need to multiply by 4. And what I do to one side, I do to the other. So times 4. And I bring down my 3x is equal to 8. And now I have 3x equals 8. And in order to get that x all by itself, I now need to divide by that coefficient, because right now x is being multiplied by 3, so I need to divide by 3 and divide by 3. So x, oh, I'm running out of room here. We'll do x is equal to 8 over 3, which is the same thing as 2 and 2/3. So x is 2 2/3. But actually, at this stage in your career, if you just want to be x is equal to 8/3, that would be fine. All right, let's move over to our next problem. And let's use our don't call me after midnight. So don't for distribute. Okay, so let's go ahead and distribute. So I'm going to distribute that 2 multiplier across both of the terms that are inside the parentheses. Because remember, this is 2 groups of 2y plus 4. If you remember from the hands-on equations, this would have meant 2 pawns plus a 4 number cube, and I take all of that, copy paste it above. So 2 sets of 2y, or 2 sets of 2 pawns, is then 4 pawns. So 4y, so 2 times 2y. And then we have 2 groups of 4, or 2 groups of those 4 number cubes, so 2 times 4 is 8. So we're going to do plus 8. Is equal to negative 8. All right, next thing I'm going to do is combine like terms. Okay, so doesn't look like I have a series of numbers on one side or a whole bunch of different variable terms. So I think everything's already combined. Move variables to one side. So I'm going to check over here. Do I have any y's over here? Nope, I don't. So I'm all set there. And now I'm going to add or subtract by my constants. So right now I have a plus 8. In order to eliminate that, I'm going to do subtract 8 and subtract 8, because what I do to one side, I need to do to the other. So I can put a horizontal line to keep it nice and tidy. So 4y remains 4y. This term gets eliminated, and that's going to be equal to negative 8 minus 8. Oh, be careful. It's negative 16. Because I'm at negative 8 and I'm taking away a positive 8. I'm subtracting 8, so that means I'm going this way on my number line. All right, next thing is I'm going to be multiplying or dividing by the coefficient. So right now y is being multiplied by 4. So to undo it, I divide by 4 and divide by 4. So now I'm just left with y is equal to negative 4. All right, last one. Okay, here's a nice long one. Hopefully we can show you a few more of these steps. So I have negative 2 is my multiplier across every single thing that's inside the set of parentheses. So this negative 2 is distributed here and here and here because there are 3 terms in this. So if I have negative 2 times negative w, a negative times a negative is a positive, and I get 2 times w, which I write as 2w. And the next one I have plus 2w. So negative 2 times positive 2w. So I multiply this by this coefficient. So that's going to be a negative 2 times 2, which is a negative 4. So I can write minus 4w. All right. Remember, think of this as negative 2 groups of 2w. So it would be negative 4w. And then I have minus 3 or negative 3. And I'm multiplying, I want negative 2 groups of negative 3 or negative 2 groups of subtract 3. So which would be a negative times a negative is a positive. So I have plus 6. All right, and now I'm going to bring down my equals 36. All right, next step. I'm going to combine like terms. So I see that I have, I have 2w. Let me grab a different color. Hopefully this will work. So I have 2w minus 4w. That is going to be negative 2w. And I'm going to bring down my plus 6 equals 36. Okay, now I'm going to move my variables to one side. Okay, well, it looks like I already have all my variables on one side. My w's are all over here, nothing over there. So I'm going to add and subtract my constants. So I'm going to subtract 6 and subtract 6. So I have negative 2w. This term gets eliminated, equals 30. And now last step, I'm going to multiply and divide by my coefficient. So I have negative 2w, so my coefficient is negative 2, so I'm going to divide by negative 2 in order to undo it. And again, I'm running out of room. So negative 2w divided by negative 2 is going to just be w, and 30 divided by negative 2 is going to be negative 15. All right, so that is how you solve multi-step equations. Fear not, though, like I said, this is something that is at a higher level. I'm just exposing you to it for those of you who are ready, but the expectation is you'll do this type of stuff in your algebra class. All right, that's it.